raw, pure intention at the core. Rolling lessons like a wave, landing gentle on the shore. No edits, no perfection, just the messy truth will pour. Sessions unscripted, we unlock each mental door. Tune in, lean back, feel the rhythm of the soul. Every word a tool to mend your spirit, make it whole. Self-love, the anthem, like your confidence a roll. Progress never pauses on the seven-spinning stroll.
Hello, everybody. It's your buddy Joel Rosario here on the Sessions and Lessons Unscripted Podcast, here with the lovely Gloria Rosario. Hello, Gloria.
Hello.
How are you?
Very good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How was your day today?
Long.
Was it?
Yes.
You were running around a lot today, right?
Yeah. All
So,
over the place.
Anything fun at least, or no? It was all work, no play?
Oh, no. I got a chance to go thrifting with my mom today.
Oh, thrifting, yeah. That was one of our favorite things to do, but thrifting's not the same anymore.
No, but we actually found a good location today. We went into a different area of the suburbs, and it actually was really nice.
I noticed that too. Like different areas you go to, you find better stuff. But I mean, I don't know. Thrifting nowadays is just not the same. I mean, way different now.
No, I found a bunch of cool stuff. I'm going to show you a little later.
Yeah, my day was just your typical day. It's it was kind of a long day. A lot going on. There's been some weird stuff going on at work, but whatever. I made it through another day, so I gotta be grateful for that, right?
Yes, and we're more towards the end of the week, so
Yeah, it's it's almost the weekend, and I look forward to the weekends. Not sure what we're gonna do this weekend, but I'm sure. Well, actually, that's not true. There are things we do have. There's a bunch of stuff we need to do this weekend, but so we got to try not to procrastinate.
I want to procrastinate, not do anything.
I wanna stay in my pajamas and not do anything. Just watch Netflix and whatever.
We have to adult this weekend.
Yeah, we got to do some adulting. That's the part I don't like. I honestly, I think I need to get better at adulting. I'm not very good at it. And not to make excuses. I mean, there are kind of reasons for it we can discuss way down the line, but yeah, adulting's not a strong suit of mine. I mean, I'm not very mature as it is, so I'm very immature. So,
yes, agreed.
No, there's no agreeing to that, Gloria. No, absolutely not. Anyways, I would like to make a huge announcement. This is going to be a huge announcement for everyone out there listening. It's a special day. It's official. Gloria Rosario is a grandmama.
Clarify that, please.
She is a kitty grandma.
A kitty grandma, yes.
So you want to explain this, Gloria?
So my feral kitty that we've been kind of protecting over the winter, taking care of and feeding, got pregnant. I'm happy about it, but I'm not. You know how I feel.
I was hoping that we could bring her in before that would have happened, but
she's a stray. She's all over the place,
Yeah, but I was hoping to bring her in and get her fixed and everything before.
No, I'm definitely a spay and neuter person.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, now that she's had her litter, I would like to. I mean, really.
Oh no, she's getting spayed.
Yeah,
there is no.
Have her fixed, but anyways, yeah, she had her litter yesterday.
Yeah, we were surprised. Well, not really.
Well, it was funny too because for you guys listening out there, we kind of touched on this before. The cat that we found, Gloria named her Munchkin, so we called her Munchie for short. And with good reason, because this cat could eat. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's because it was a stray. I have no idea. But anyway, so at one point, I was noticing that the cat was getting a little portly, big around the middle.
I
And
kept telling him, I was like, I think she's pregnant.
yeah, and I was like, no, this cat is a pig. She just eats and eats and eats. That's all she does. But yeah, as time went on, I noticed the
it
way
became more clear that she was
yeah,
pregnant.
she was kind of waddling instead of walking, and
she was panting, and she never panted before.
And her belly was just big. It wasn't the rest of her was fine.
And she was so heavy.
And then one day we went out there and then she comes up to us and stuff, we're petting her, and then I feel her belly because I'm telling Gloria, I'm like, this cat's just fat. Like, so she's like, no, she's pregnant. So I rubbed her belly a little bit, which that right there too shows you that she trusts us a lot because she lets us touch her and stuff.
She's actually a really weird cat because every cat that I've ever come across, if you rub their belly for too long, they'll attack
get annoyed.
You.
Yeah,
she wants you to rub her belly. Like, she welcomes it. She has yet to attack anybody. She's a very sweet.
She's a very good cat. And like I said, I wish I could have brought her in sooner because we have a freaking cow in here,
a cow dog.
But anyway, so she ended up being pregnant, and she had her litter yesterday. She had a litter of 5. They all seem pretty healthy. Of course, we haven't touched them or handled them, but she seems like she's a good mama too. She's very.
We opened the door for her to come out, and she won't.
She will not leave that her spot. She's like, I'm staying right here, which is nice. It's nice to see that she's a loving mama. So
yeah, I'm just kind of. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy that the kittens are safe and they're healthy, and they're in a spot where they'll be able to be protected. But I'm just not thrilled at the fact most of these animals, especially when they're strays, having litters or puppies, and most of those end up euthanized, or I've always been an advocate for spaying and neutering.
I mean, it's a litter of 5, and I don't know. I don't think I would keep all 5.
I want to keep all 5.
I don't know. I mean,
Gloria's petting zoo.
I mean, I'm willing to, because like I said, I really want to bring the one cat in, or Bunchy in, but I would be willing to keep another one or 2.
Yeah, and plus, I think, one for sure already has a definite home.
Well, yeah, because you told a family member that.
Yeah, one of my cousins.
Their cat passed away, so they wanted another cat.
And there happens to be one black cat in the litter.
Perfect, yeah.
That's why I thought of him right away.
Maybe it was meant to be. Maybe the universe said, "Hey, we'll give Gloria a litter of cats to give to her cousin."
So yes, definitely spay and neuter your animals, please. Yes. There's so many unwanted animals in shelters and on the street. And I know it sounds kind of tree huggerish, but no, really. Get them spayed, get them neutered, get them tagged.
You're starting to sound like, who was it? Used to Bob Barker from The Price is Right. Make sure you spay and neuter.
No, really, guys. Just, be responsible with your animals. I know that, I have no room to talk right now, having 6 cats in the garage right now.
Joke, facts.
But really, please spay and neuter your animals and be responsible with them.
Yeah, and the kitties are of course, they're adorable, right? One is, it's weird because the cat, she's kind of like like a grayish, like brown color.
She's got spots,
orange. I don't know.
She's a mutt.
And one of them's black. It's like, how does that happen?
Yeah.
It's like, how did she have a black cat?
I don't know. Just one black cat.
Maybe it's baby daddy. I don't
know. Baby daddy.
Baby
daddy, come collect your kittens.
Yeah, baby daddy, come collect your kittens. Unfortunately, I think something happened to baby daddy because we're kind of suspecting that it was this one black and white tuxedo cat that she would hang with. And we have not seen that cat for a while.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe what is it, Papa is a Rolling Stone, he took off.
Yeah.
That, or
doesn't want to pay the kitty child or kitty support.
I hope nothing happened to him. He was he was kind of goofy looking, and he was like,
he looked all sorts of messed.
Yeah,
You could
like
tell he was a street cat. No, you could tell he was a street cat.
He looked like a cartoon that came to life.
Yeah.
He was, and then he was very scared of everything.
Yeah.
She was the one that always like protected him and watched him and stuff. But whatever. I hope nothing happened to him. But I think that's who she was like
with
bumming around with, or doing whatever kitty things.
Oh man, that makes me sad. But anyways, let's move on.
All right. Well, that's we'll move on to the next thing. I know we were talking about a certain subject, and some that I was thinking about because we were, sitting, hanging out, going through our TikToks and just, chit chatting like we always do. And then we were talking about the whole self-help thing. And I was telling her that the self-help and self-improvement thing is great, right? I've heard and seen whatever, a lot of people, different people, and a lot of the stuff they say is helpful, very informative, very inspiring, very, I don't know, just insert whatever word. And I honestly, in my journey now, which I'm still on a journey, I'm not by any means perfect or anything. There was a lot of the stuff I've read, and this is something that I've been doing for a long time. I'm sure a lot of you out there kind of relate to that. Especially me, I'm an older guy. My life's just been ups and downs and all this stuff, and I've been always trying to self-improve and make my life better. I feel like I've failed more than I've succeeded. But I was telling Gloria that all that stuff is great, but there's also like a dark or a bad side to it. Would you agree with that? Or
yeah, toxic positivity is the word.
Well, there's a few terms for it,
right?
But
in layman's terms,
yeah. And I know there's I've read some articles and I've been on different posts and forums and whatever, and people were commenting about how it's got monetized just like everything else, like now, lack of a better term, bastardized, I guess, but or homogenized. I don't know what word I want to use, but just like the fitness industry and certain other industries, you know what I mean? Like,
it's basically a business, just like any other.
They just they're there for the money. They don't really care about the well-being of others. And I shouldn't say that. I don't want to speak about anybody or whatever. I mean, but yeah, and you can't hate on people's hustle, right? You can't. If that's your hustle, good on you. But there is, I think, as individuals and as people, we have to kind of not be I don't want to use skeptical. I just want to I want to say be careful, right?
Not even be careful, just take it as what's that, a grain of salt?
Yeah, I don't know if I would go that far with it, but I mean, for sure, be careful.
Right, because I feel that a lot of people, like you said, since they monetize it, they're always trying to push products on you,
right?
Whether it's supplements or whether it's
books or
courses,
yeah.
And that's fine. It's okay to,
and it may help some, it may not help others. You know what I mean? Everyone's different,
right? But it's not a Band-Aid for everybody.
That's a good way to put it. I think people use that stuff as Band-Aids and crutches.
Mm-hmm.
And I think some people take advantage of that.
Right.
And I don't know, it can be a tricky subject and a sensitive subject, but there are negatives. And I think that's with anything, right? I mean, too much of you can see the dark side of anything or the bad side of anything.
Well, it's kind of weird because I feel that with toxic positivity, there is a negative side and a positive side to it. I think that the positive is that, the message is there sometimes, or most of the time the message is there.
Right, the message is there, yeah.
But it's not always rainbows and sunshines,
no.
Just because you tell yourself be in a happy mood.
So this is kind of like, we kind of discussed this before, but the whole intent of this podcast is we don't, and this is me personally, and I'm not going to speak for Gloria or anyone else, but me, I feel like I try to be as real as possible all the time. And like, even with this, and I think the more I'm kind of, I don't want to say getting comfortable, but in this round of self-improvement, or this round in the journey, I'm kind of realizing, like, it's okay to get pissed. It's okay to, like, get up and not be in a good mood. It's okay to, like, during the day, if you get, like, depressed about some stuff, like, that's okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and basically I'm just saying, like, keeping it real. And of course we need to try to make it, how to handle and cope with it. But it's like if something sucks, I'm going to say it sucks. You know what I mean? Or if I don't like something, I'm going to say I don't like it. I don't have to accept it. If that makes any sense.
Yes.
Like, if something happens to me, I don't have to accept it. If I don't like it, I don't like it. And if I want to vocalize it, I'm going to vocalize it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think the perception that people get with the whole self-help thing and the self-improvement is you got to basically be a doormat and just accept everything. And I don't think you need to accept everything.
To a point. I think that, self-help is completely different on a person-to-person basis. What might help me might not help you. What might,
everyone's different.
And it's also people's, physiology and chemicals and, all that stuff that happens in your brain that might click with someone and it might not click with, the other person. But me, I think that with self-help, you kind of have to look within yourself to see what you feel is going to work.
And what you need.
Right.
Not everyone needs the same thing.
No.
Right.
I can remember a few times when I've been super depressed and people tell me, oh, just be happy. Just smile.
Yeah, I used to hate that.
Just smile a little
Why
bit.
are you depressed? Stop being depressed. Like, yeah, okay, I'll just turn it off. Yeah.
Why are you depressed?
Exactly.
I literally had one family member one time tell me, what do you have to be depressed about? You have a good life. You have a good husband.
And I see what they're saying sometimes when they do that.
But it didn't help me at the moment.
Yeah, it didn't.
It just made me feel. It made me feel so bad.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I wasn't being grateful for the things that I did have.
I'm sure a lot of the people out there listening, like you guys out there listening, a lot of you have, like, similar situations like that. But it's like I was saying, it's like, I mean, you can't turn off depression and anxiety. It doesn't work like that.
Not everybody has control over,
right.
Their emotions and stuff.
Right.
For me personally, my depression and, my, I guess, dark moods are based from, genes. First off, depression runs in my families, especially on, the father's side.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I know that, after I suffered my head injury, my depression was so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And, I went to, a neuropsychologist. And they were like, you're, like, severely depressed. And I was like, I didn't even realize, because I was, like, going through so many things that I had never dealt with, especially with the brain injury. And it's like, wow, I didn't even realize that I was depressed. I thought that this was me just, being me, you know. And the doctor's like, no, and then they explain the whole head injury and depression and how, it changes you. But everybody's different,
Yeah.
And fortunately, they put me on medications and stuff, and now I'm like a million times better. But just because I'm on medication doesn't mean that I'm going to be happy like all the time. I still have my downtime,
Right.
like everybody else, or I still get anxious,
Yeah, well, we're human,
Right,
so
right.
yeah.
No matter how much medication you're on, or,
Right.
how much they alter your medication, you're still a person. You're still going to get sad on a day-to-day
Right.
basis and anxious and,
And you
depressed.
can't expect to be like in a good mood and happy all the time. That's not how
No.
humanity works.
And another thing too is like I don't expect people to tolerate me when I'm having,
Hmm.
my mood swings or anything like that. That's like my personal,
But isn't it funny how people bug you more when you don't want to be bothered?
Yes.
I hate that. It's like they sense your you want to be quiet and reserved, and they just
No,
it bothers them.
it's not that it bothers them. I think people get uncomfortable when you're not yourself and when your tone is different.
Hmm.
When depression hits, at least for me, I don't care where we're going. I want to be in my pajamas with my crazy hair
Yeah, I'm the
and,
same way. I
you
don't want
know,
to be
I
bothered.
don't want to
Yeah.
be bothered.
And that's like I said, and that's when it seems like everyone wants to bother you.
Right. And just smile and
Yeah.
you're
Just turn off your
okay.
depression.
Yeah,
You
click.
switch it off. Click.
Right. Please
Yeah.
give me the secrets to this. I was like, I'd like to know, really,
Yeah,
how do I
exactly.
turn this off? Because it's not something anybody would choose,
Yeah. So I 100%, 110%. I mean, it's something that we all got to work on, and it's like you said, everyone's different. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just something we all got to work on. I know you were mentioning toxic positivity, um, and that's I guess that's a big term when it comes to that subject, and usually toxic positivity is basically when people are led to feel guilty for feeling that way, that like
right.
what we're talking about
Hmm.
now. It's like that's what I'm saying. It's like we're human beings, we're gonna feel. That's part of feeling, right? And what's the saying? Feeling is healing.
Right.
If you don't allow yourself to feel, how are you going to heal anything?
Right.
So, I mean, the toxic positivity is a big one on there. Cause and then it like belittles kind of the struggles you have too, I think. So like, people have legit struggles, legit like things that bother them, legit things that, make them depressed, make them anxious. And then that's one thing that me personally, and I don't know about any of the listeners out there, you guys could tell us, but to me, it's annoying when uh, there's that dismissal, right? Like, oh, what do you have to be depressed about? Or,
Hmm.
instead of showing compassion and some kind of like, support, you're like, I don't understand what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
Like the dismissive thing of it, like, oh, it doesn't matter. You can just turn it off.
No, and the thing is, it's like, if I know that somebody's depressed or they're not feeling too good, I like to encourage people to kind of go through their emotions, like you said earlier, if you're mad, be mad and go
Yeah.
through the emotions, but don't sit there and sulk either,
Right.
It's
Exactly.
not like you
That's
can.
what I mean. You have to learn. That's one of the things that you need to do as a human, right? Or as an individual, you got to learn how to cope with it. You got to
Right.
learn how to deal. Important thing is though to like I said, know how to deal. So uh, we're all humans. We're allowed to feel. We have the right to do that, I guess, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So not only, one of the issues with the self help, or one of the negative issues, was the toxic
Positivity.
positivity, but it oversimplifies people's issues, don't you think?
Definitely, for sure.
Yeah, I think it does. And like we said, everyone's different. I mean, you can't really. I mean, you can give people a general like I guess blueprint on how to deal with things and how to progress as a human being, but I mean, it's not that simple. People are like kind of complex individuals, right?
Yes, everyone has a different mind frame and, different outlook.
And their backgrounds are different.
Way different in experiences.
Yeah, like what makes me depressed isn't the same thing that makes you depressed.
No, not at all.
Right. And it's like, especially when you get into issues of like trauma or SA, or like if some people are just mentally ill, they have people never really think about mental illness, which is a big thing, right? They always think about physical illness, but never
mental illness.
Mental illness. No. Also, people's backgrounds. I mean, you don't know where people have been. I always try to see myself in other people's shoes,
right?
Because people don't know what's going on behind the scenes with me, and like I don't know what's going on behind the scenes with anyone else,
right?
So it's like you gotta kind of be, in my opinion, kind of be considerate and like, you don't know what's going on with said person,
No, and some people also don't recognize the fact that they're, depressed or they're anxious, because they've never seeked out help or diagnosis or anything like that.
That's very true. Like I didn't get diagnosed with my mixed anxiety and depression disorder till I was later in life. And I'm honestly, everybody out there, I'm thinking there's other things I need to get diagnosed with. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I think I got the hint of the ADHD because I have certain issues there. But I mean, that's on me, right? That's on the individual. I need to take it upon myself to go seek the correct help or whatever.
Right. I think I was diagnosed with depression early on. Very, very early on. They caught it in school.
Yeah, I didn't get diagnosed until way later. And there's like OCD, which I'm not officially quote unquote, I'm doing air quotes officially. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, just everyone's different. It's not a one size fits all type of deal. So yeah, that's another thing that you got to think of. Another negative would be like kind of like victim shaming,
yeah,
or blaming or whatever. And it's like kind of pointing the finger at you as your fault because your misadventures or misfortunes or whatever. And it's not that simple. Like we were just saying, it's everyone's situation's different.
Right.
So you can't, I mean, it's like,
and I mean, like I said, genetics play a huge role in things like that.
Yeah, I mean, if you inherit depression from someone's family side of the family, I mean, that's not, I mean, not really your fault, right?
Right.
But of course, we need the help, right?
Yes, it's always important to try to look for help. I know it's difficult because mental issues and mental health and all that is expensive.
Yes.
Going to see a psychiatrist or a social worker or something like that.
Which I think is unfortunate, but that's a whole nother discussion.
People don't always have access to those types of things.
But I think too, if people kind of get together and realize, I mean, how should I even say it? I don't know. Maybe it's just me being the hopeful, like whatever. But yeah, it can get expensive, and especially mental help and stuff like that. But there should be groups where you can reach out, right, and talk to somebody, and maybe a community or something like that.
Well, there are, but again, not everybody has the same access, and looking for programs and stuff, even in our local area for other people that we are involved with, is kind of hard.
Yeah.
because we live in the suburbs. But if you live somewhere in Chicago, there's a lot more assistance and access to certain, not that much more, but it's out there. You just have to look for it.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. I mean, there's no shame in looking for help. I mean,
or even asking for help, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it could be anybody, or if it's a friend you trust or whatever.
I think that's one of my biggest things is that I don't like asking people for help.
Yeah, same. I don't ask people for help.
I remember, well, as I said, you know, the depression that I had when the whole injury thing, I knew it was bad when I sat my sister down and I was like, you know what? I am in a really dark place and I don't think I've ever been in this position in my life. Mm-hmm. And instead of judging me, she really, really became a positive source of, you know,
right.
How do I want to say it? Positive influence. Is that the right word? Positive influence? Yeah.
Yeah. Positive reinforcement.
There we go. Reinforcement.
Right.
Right. So you might want to reach out to somebody.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, they might be the person that'll help you through it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, there's no shame in looking for help, no matter where it is, either professional or not professional. Not at all.
No, and I think it's best to talk to anybody, somebody.
Anyone, yeah.
Because, you know, depression, especially when it's severe, can get very dark.
Yes.
And you isolate yourself. And that's, I know it's very hard for people with depression to want to be with the people or want to reach out to people. Right. Or, you know, like even we said, when depression hits, like you don't want to talk to anybody.
Right.
You know, but at some point you have to kind of take the first step.
Yeah. You gotta have, you need to want it.
Right. Or you need to motivate yourself just a little bit. Find that little spark of...
And all it takes is a little spark.
Right.
That's it.
Right. That little spark of, you know, maybe I should go out for coffee with my so-and-so and, you know, talk a little bit.
Yeah, and then that'll kind of get the ball rolling.
Right.
Absolutely. So it just takes a spark to start a fire. So everyone out there's got to remember that, right?
Definitely.
Absolutely. Another issue with the whole self-help thing is, and I don't even want to say like that, the whole issue. Like I said, there's a bad and good side to most everything. And another one would be like, we kind of touched on it before, the money part of it, right? It's almost like they just care about selling you books and
supplements,
and courses, and just it's a for profit thing.
And not everybody who's out there offering services.
No, absolutely not.
No.
I'm not trying to talk bad about anybody. And you know, I don't know. Maybe some are. I have no idea, but
we've run into a couple of
most of the people that I've interacted with are absolutely fantastic.
Right.
So I mean, I'm really not.
We're not knocking anybody.
Yeah, I'm not knocking nobody. And you know what? I'm not knocking nobody's hustle either. If that's how you make money, great. I mean, whatever. Full disclosure, transparency, whatever, with everyone out there. One of my goals, or one of the things I would like to do, is become a life coach. And I'm looking into like what I need to do that. But and maybe, you know, that might turn into my job, but whatever, that's another discussion for another time. But no, I mean, a lot of most, if not all, the people I've encountered are just great.
Yes.
So we're not trying to badmouth anyone.
No, we're not pointing fingers or down talking to anybody at all.
So I hope anyone who's listening to this keeps that in mind. No one's getting...
We're talking more in general.
In general, right? I mean, because we have to be honest with ourselves, right? There's going to be some sketchy stuff going on, right?
Yes.
I mean, there's sketchy stuff going on with everything.
in all aspects of life.
And it is a moneymaker. Let's be real. Because you remember that, what was it? And man, it must have been at least maybe 10 years ago, or I don't even remember. Maybe somebody out there remembers. But if you guys remembered The Secret.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That was huge.
We even got into that.
And I'm not going to lie, when that first came out, I was all over that too. And let's face it, a lot of the stuff that was in that was useful.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad, but tell me that lady did not make bank with The Secret.
Yeah.
And then it was weird because after that came out, I think she tried to do another book kind of similar, or program kind of similar. I don't remember. And then she started getting criticized, and then she disappeared.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't heard of her since, gosh.
Since The Secret.
Yeah, I mean, but that was huge.
No, but it, like you said, I was really taken back by the information that, was being put out.
No, it was good information. Right. It wasn't bad. But again, I think a lot of people, when that came out, fell into that oh, this is going to fix everything.
And it's not.
And that's not how it works.
It's not a Band-Aid.
No, and I think that's what a lot of people got into.
Yeah.
It was so, like, sensationalized and so, like, whatever, that people just, their imaginations ran wild. And like, oh, I'm going to manifest this and manifest that.
Well, there is the power of manifestation. Like, all that stuff. But to a point, I would say,
I think I know what you're saying. Because, I mean, you got to be realistic about it too, I think. Like, for example, I could maybe manifest a new car and then take the steps I need to do that, right? To manifest the car.
Right. The car's not just gonna.
But I can't be like, I want to be richer than Elon Musk and Trump together. Like, I don't know if that's possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to manifest that. Or I want to, I think everybody out there knows what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you got to be realistic about that stuff too. Like, there's certain things, sure, you can manifest mostly anything, but there's just certain things you're not going to manifest. You know what I mean?
Especially if you don't put the work in. Like, things just don't magically.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. That's another. That's what I mean. People got into it, and it's like they just thought it was it was just going to fix everything. But that's not how it works.
No.
So another thing with the self-help stuff is it's not really regulated. Like,
no.
There's no, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to see. I'm not trying to lessen. I don't want to lessen what people are doing out there, because people are doing good work. I want to stress that, right? People that are in this industry and people that practice this or whatever, they're doing good work. I don't want to lessen anybody's work, but there is. I think you gotta be careful who you talk to, and if you're looking for services in that realm, I think you gotta be a little more, do more due diligence than if you were looking for, like, say, a therapist or something, right?
Because anybody can call themselves a guru, or
okay, and and like I said, I'm not trying to talk bad about anybody. No. I have known a couple people that were, again, you guys can't see it, but I'm doing it. Air quotes. Self-help coaches. And yeah, I'm not even gonna say anything, because
no, just drop it.
Yeah, they were, here, I'm doing it again, quotes, self-help coaches. And yeah, no, it's something that, I mean, I don't want to say anybody could just be a self-help coach. That's not
no, but
that's not the vibe I'm trying to put out. But
just because I call myself a doctor doesn't mean I am a doctor. You know,
what was it recently? Katy Perry. I'm an astronaut.
I'm an astronaut.
Oh my God.
Okay.
It's like so. So yeah, I mean, so if I go to the zoo, am I a gorilla? Like I'm a gorilla. Well, that's not far from the truth.
No, it doesn't work like that, dear. Sorry.
Yeah, but I mean, really, there's no regulation or anything, so it's easy. Like, say someone just wants to do it to get their money, and just like you're getting into it to manipulate people to get stuff out of them, and then you're getting advice that's kind of damaging, if anything. So that's something that people got to be careful of, I think. And then not to mention that really it just becomes a short term, like you said, a band-aid.
Yeah.
Like, right. I mean, and how many people have done this, and I'm guilty of this. So you guys out there, let us know. You get so pumped up, you hear some stuff, and things are like, they click, right? They click, click, click. You hear these things, and you're like gung ho, like you're like, man, I'm gonna manifest this, and I'm gonna, not be depressed ever again, and I'm gonna be happy every time I wake up at 4 a.m. Yeah, that's not how it works.
When you were saying that, I just thought, ew.
Yeah,
4 a.m. Ew.
Ew. So yeah, that's not how it works, and it's great that you get motivated like that, like, and it's great, but keep that spirit, but be realistic. It's not, you're not gonna be, happy all the time.
There has to be action behind it for change, permanent change.
That is a very good point. That you got to try to make it permanent, and not. Don't get it wrong, not permanently happy or permanently
that doesn't exist.
Not depressed.
No.
Just the way that you deal with it and stuff, permanent.
The thing is that we're walking meat sacks of emotion.
Yes. We're humans.
We're humans.
Yep.
Like, we're supposed to feel angry and
you're supposed to feel
upset.
Yeah.
I'd be worried if something really horrible happened and you had like no emotion to it, you know?
That's what I mean. And then it's like, it's promoting you. It's like giving you this false sense of like you're perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Like no one's perfect. Nobody.
Not even Madam Martha Stewart over there.
Oh my gosh. Not even Gloria, believe it or not.
No, I'm not perfect. I'm full of flaws.
Even though she thinks she's perfect.
I do not. No. I will be the first one to tell you.
Oh, I'll be the first to tell you I'm not perfect.
I
oh my gosh.
The biggest self-sabotager that I know in my life.
Who you telling?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. If I could high five you right now, but you're across the room.
Here.
There you go.
Pretend.
Pretend high five. But yeah, I mean, it also kind of gives you this false like perfectionism, or like kind of makes you obsessed with yourself, but not in the right way. Right? Would you say that?
Yep. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think the expectations too, that kind of gives you a lot of false expectations.
It does.
Right? Wouldn't you say that?
I would say that it does.
Right.
With people selling you books and all that stuff, it seems like there's an overabundance of information.
Yeah, there's way too much info.
All sorts of places.
Yeah.
TikTok, Facebook.
A lot of it's good though,
right.
But you have to do your due diligence. You got to know what works for you, what doesn't.
Right.
And remember that everyone's different.
Yeah, and what works for Joe Schmo over there right now work for Betty Boop over there, know?
Exactly, yeah.
Joe Schmo.
Joe Schmo. And Betty Boop.
And Betty Boop.
Haven't heard that name in forever.
And we keep aging ourselves.
Boopy doop. Yeah, right? Oh my gosh. We need to stop doing that.
I'm old. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, well, I'm aging like fine wine.
Bitter.
Well, I'm turning more into vinegar.
Bitter and
cold. The older I get, I'm turning into a jar of vinegar. Yeah. So, I mean, I think we'll leave that there, but that's something we were discussing. I'd like to hear what anybody else out there thinks that's listening right now. What are your thoughts on all that stuff? And like I said, I'm not trying to be negative about it, but it's just something that no one ever really thinks about, like the negative effects or the negative side of that, right. The whole self-help thing. So,
and if you find something unconventional that works for you,
then go for it.
If it doesn't matter if it works for another person or not, if they agree with you or not. You know, medication might not be an option for everybody.
Right. And medication might be what you need.
Right. It's just a personal approach to whatever is going to make you work and work with you physically.
What makes you better, right?
Right.
Yeah. So we'll leave that discussion. We'd like to hear what you guys have to say about it. So visit the blog and the emails and the socials. I think we're at the portion of the show where we come up with some kind of goofy random Joel and Gloria story, and one popped into my head.
Do tell.
This one was when we were, I almost want to say this was the first date or the first day, and we were by a lake, and then there was, of course, there was boats and people had houseboats there. And Mrs. Rosario, and this is way early in our relationship.
When I was still nice.
So we went to this park, and there was a lake there. We were by the lake, and there was houseboats off to the side somewhere or whatever. And there was like a dock, and the dock had like a gate in front of it. So at one point we were walking past, and Gloria, for whatever reason, decided to close this gate.
I hate open doors.
So she, for whatever reason, she closed this gate. We went on our own business, whatever, early in the relationship. So on the way back towards the car, we noticed that there was two people by this gate, and it must have locked, and they purposely left it open to go through. So these two guys,
they were older people.
Two older people were locked out, couldn't get back in, and they're trying to figure out a way to get in there.
I think they ended up, I feel so bad.
I think they climbed.
The older man, because it was there was an old man and then there was an older man. The older man looked like he was in a little bit more of a better shape. Mm-hmm. He ended up climbing the fence.
And the look on Gloria's face was so funny. And she's trying to grab me and walk faster towards the car. Because that was her doing. She locked them out of their houseboat.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Yes, this woman it's an adventure.
Or misadventure.
Or that's her rapper name.
Misadventure. Ricka what?
No, don't do that. All right, you guys. I think we're gonna leave it there. Remember, go to the blog. The blog is at sessions and lessons unscripted.com. You can read some of my writing there. We've been posting a lot more about the podcast out of the podcast. Like I said, we're in the process of kind of consolidating a lot of stuff, so
it's getting better.
I think it's getting a little better. So so just keep that in mind when you visit. It might look a little not wonky, I don't want to say that, but visit sessions and lessons unscripted.com. You want to drop us a line, we have an email at sessionsandlessonsmail@gmail.com. So don't hesitate to drop us a message there, whatever it be, critiques, funny stuff, you guys want to hear stories about us, whatever, jokes.
Or if you don't want to hear stories about us, let us know.
Yeah, we're open, if you want us to be quiet.
We're open to criticism.
Also, just look for us on our socials, TikTok, X, Blue Sky, Facebook. Just look up Sessions and Lessons. You should be able to find us. Yeah, we'd like to hear what you guys have to say and engage with you guys. Yeah, so we're gonna end this now. Anything to add, Gloria Rosario?
Yes. Please spay or neuter your animals.
Oh, Gloria Barker. She said, please spay and neuter your animals.
Really, I'm really disappointed. I'm happy, but I'm disappointed. So, yes, please spay and neuter your animals.
Yes. Or else you're going to end up with like 18 cats.
On your property.
On your property.
Okay, that's all I have to say. Have a good week, guys.
All right, guys. Have a good week. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. Let's try to make this a better place to live. So, yeah. See you guys around and catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Sessions and Lessons Unscripted podcast.